I'm going to call to order our Board of Aldermen special meeting for Thursday, March 26, 2026, at 6:30. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Orsini.
Here.
Alderman Hudson.
Present.
Alderman Wilkins.
Present.
Alderman Deckard.
Here.
Alderman Rogers. Alderman Megley.
Yeah.
Everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. That'll move us to comments from citizens. At this time, we would take comments from citizens. If none, do we have anybody that had any sent to them by email or otherwise this week?
Not as such.
No specific comment.
Okay. All right then. I will then close comments from citizens. That will move us to closed session. If someone would.
I move that we go into a closed session. During the meeting, the Board of Aldermen may elect to go into closed session to hold a closed vote. And the purpose of such closed session, closed vote shall be 3 is provided for under section 610-0213 of the revised statutes of Missouri for hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees by a public governmental body.
Second.
I have first and second to go into closed session. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Orsini.
Aye.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Deckard.
4.
Alderman Megley.
Yeah.
All right, we stand adjourned in closed session. We're back to 6 p.m. Well, we're back into open session. In closed session, no votes were taken. The only vote that was taken was to come back into from closed session to open session. So that will move us now to finance. Amend FY 2025-26 budget. Bill number 2612. Discussion.
I move that bill number 2612 be its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
I have a first and a close second. That bill number 2612 be given its first and only reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
A bill to create a resolution entitled A Resolution Adopting an Amended Budget for the City of Centralia, Missouri for the fiscal year of 2025-2026, commencing on April 1st, 2025 and ending on March 31st, 2026. I move that bill number 2612 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2612 be adopted by roll call vote.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Orsini.
Aye.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Deckard.
4.
Alderman Megley.
Yeah.
Passes. Resolution number, please.
R-26-03.
Thank you very much. That moves us to B, finance. Bill number 2613, adopting budget for the fiscal year 2026-2027 resolution. Any discussion? Questions?
I move that bill number 2613 be given its first and only reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2613 be given its first and only reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Reading, please.
A resolution adopting a budget for the City of Centralia, Missouri for the fiscal year of 2026-27, commencing on April 1st, 2026 and ending on March 31st, 2027. I move that bill number 2613 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
We have first and second that bill number 2613 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Roll call vote, please, Myla.
Alderman Orsini.
Aye.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Deckard.
4.
Alderman Megley.
That resolution number, bill number 2613 passes. Resolution number R-26-04.
Correct.
All right. That'll move us over to legal. Bill number 2614, change compensation for city employees fiscal year 2027.
I move the bill number 2614 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2614 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading, please.
An ordinance to set the compensation of certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri. I I move that Bill 2614 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
First and second, bill number 2614 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance to set the compensation of certain employees of the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that Bill 2614 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2614 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, Marilyn.
Alderman Orsini?
Aye.
Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
Four.
Alderman Deckard?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Bill number 2614 passes. Ordinance number, please.
3237.
Thank you, Marilyn. That moves us to item B, our legal, to bill number 2615, amending the CBA for the City Hall unit. I think everybody's familiar with that one. Let's just bring everybody in the fold under the CBA.
Move that bill number 2615 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2615 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing the ratification and approval of revised collective bargaining agreement with the Laborers International Union of North America Local 955 and amending said agreement to include a City Hall unit. I move that bill number 2615 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
Second, that bill number 2615 be adopted, given the second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing the ratification and approval of a revised collective bargaining agreement with Laborers International Union of North America Local 955 and amending said agreement to include a City Hall unit. I move that bill number 2615 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have a first and a second that bill number 2615 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, ma'am.
Alderman Orsini?
Aye.
Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Deckard?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Bill number 2615 passes. Ordinance number would be 3238.
Correct.
All right, that moves us to C, revised CBA with the local 955 pay increase, based upon contract terms that we agreed to. Bill number 2616. I would take a motion for first reading.
Bill number 2616 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
First, second, that bill number 2616 be given its first title, reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing the ratification and approval of a revised collective bargaining agreement with Laborers International Union of North America Local 955 and to amend the pay scale. I move that bill number 2616 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2616 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing the ratification and approval of a revised collective bargaining agreement with Laborers International Union of North America 955 and to amend its pay scale. I move that bill number 2616 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2616 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, ma'am.
Alderman Orsini?
Aye.
Alderman Hudson?
4.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Deckard?
4.
Alderman Magley?
Yep.
Bill number 2616 passes. Ordinance number will be 3239.
Yes.
That moves us to D, bill number 2617, electric rate increase.
I move that Bill number 2617 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2617 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. First reading, please.
An ordinance revising section 26-115 of the Centralia City Code regarding charges for electricity provided by the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that Bill 2617 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
First and second, that bill number 2617 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance revising section 26-115 of the Centralia City Code regarding charges for electricity provided by the city of Centralia, Missouri. I move that Bill number 2617 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
First and second that bill number 2617 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please, madam.
Alderman Orsini?
Aye.
Alderman Hudson?
Four.
Alderman Wilkins?
Four.
Alderman Deckard?
Four.
Alderman Magley?
Bill number 2617 passes. Be ordinance number 3240.
Yes.
That moves us to bill number 2618, amend the water rate.
I think there's an error in the title. Because it reads, of the Centralia City Code, of the Centralia City Code. Oops.
Okay, that's a scrivener's error, so we can just take that out.
Okay.
Take the second one out.
For the benefit of our stalwart representative of the Fourth Estate, it might not be a bad idea to give a brief overview of just what this is. It's a tiered water rate structure, so that with the lowest rate being for the first 1,000 gallons,
First
the
2,000.
First 2,000 gallons. Thank you. My bad. The idea being to have the least impact upon the people in the city who live on fixed incomes or low incomes. That's the idea behind it.
Or smaller households.
Yep.
And move that bill number 2618 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2618 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes first reading, sir.
An ordinance amending section 26118 of the Centralia City Code to set service charges for water provided by the City of Centralia, Missouri. I move that bill number 2618 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2618 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Before we move to a roll call vote, there's a member of the audience who I believe wanted to speak and just wasn't here when we had the public comments. Would that be permissible?
Well, I think being as we're in the middle of business right
I
now, we
think-
need to probably close this
I
out.
believe it pertains to this, if I'm not incorrect. Does it pertain to this, Neil?
It does.
Okay?
I
I'm gonna allow it.
Normally I
We
wouldn't.
really shouldn't, but
Normally I wouldn't do it, but
Should
I know
we
that, yeah.
finish this motion? This is just the second reading, not the final.
Mhm.
So we should
let's finish. We
finish
should
this.
do the second reading, please,
Okay.
and then we'll
Thank you.
have you talk and give us your thoughts.
So the second reading, an ordinance amending section 26-118 of the Centralia City Code to set service charges for water provided by the City of Centralia, Missouri.
Okay.
And we'll pause.
All right, boss. Now, yes.
My name is Barbara Adams. I live at 602 Emerald Drive. I am a senior citizen. I represent a fair majority of the citizens of Centralia. Citizens that I have spoken to are very dissatisfied with the non-disclosure of the bills being presented, both electric and water. My question to you is, why are you scaling incremental increases until 2030? Why don't you wait until 2030? Some of us may not be alive at that point.
Because out of prudence, I can answer this. Out of prudence, we have to be at a point that we do not give somebody sticker shock that overnight puts them completely.
You're doing it anyway.
Well, it's more manageable in one sum versus it being 50 to 100% more on the electric bills. That's because in today's market,
Then are you representing yourselves as well as your constituents? I think not.
I pay a bill as well as anybody, and I know people. I have friends and people that I know that are on much more distressed financial income than I am, and we consider that all the time.
And Chris, do you mind if I
No.
poke in here?
Yeah.
And I know that is what's going around, and that is part of it, but it is also the increased wages of our employees. It's the increased cost of the infrastructure. We have 2 substations that need to be brought up to code, and we have a lot of aging infrastructure that these rate increases are covering. So yes, we have the increases that are happening. 2030, we're looking at like, if we had to increase today, our rates would double based off of what the market is selling electric right now.
Are you
And we
comparing
don't
that to
generate.
other cities the size of Centralia?
I
Are you
am
just-
comparing that to what the market is selling energy right now.
It's on an open
We
market.
have to buy our energy wholesale since we don't generate it.
So we have to buy it, so I mean, the size of your town, it really probably doesn't really matter in today's marketplace, because the fact is, with all of the data centers going in, this is a big problem across the nation and going to be for the next 15, 20 years.
And you see what the population is doing about the data centers.
Oh, yeah,
We
absolutely.
are against it.
Well, and we are taking precautions too as well to make sure we don't end up our infrastructure being completely damaged and ruined by.
So didn't we
In fact,
just have a water increase last year of 52%?
No.
No.
Wasn't that much, but did we have an increase?
We had an
Yes.
increase
You
last
did
year.
have an increase.
Yes,
So it wasn't that much.
52%.
Just so
I
you
think
know,
it went
the
from
water department
$5.35 to $6 last year.
last year, it was the water department, I believe, that was actually in the red, and that was just to get us in the black.
So as,
I believe them and sanitation was.
Yeah.
I mean, the trash pickup, I believe it was both.
then who's auditing? Who's in charge of making sure that we don't go over? I don't run in the red personally with my life. I'm frustrated that you would do such.
Well, we are by law forced to have a balanced budget. We can't, what runs in the red in some places has to be, overall, we cut resources, we don't add people, whatever it is for the budget to be balanced. So we absolutely,
But you do have reserves. You
We
do
have-
have reserves that you don't use.
Right, they are for emergencies.
right.
Is this not an economic emergency?
So it's for emergencies for when the infrastructure goes down. So back in 2018, when we voted to upgrade our water and wastewater systems, since we used state revolving funds, we have to, by law, by our contract with DNR, continue to have a reserve fund for the water department and the wastewater department, so that we can prove that if something goes wrong in our system, that we can afford to fix it. So like when the valves went down around the main water tower, those were, correct me if I'm wrong, around $70,000 that we had to come in.
70,000, I
It
think.
was 70 for both.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Each.
So that's why we have to keep those funds on hand, because if we have an emergency repair that we have to take care of, if we drain our water towers, that affects not only our drinking water, our fire suppression. If we had a fire in town, we wouldn't be able to put it out. So we have to make sure that we keep reserves on hand to keep our infrastructure up.
Right.
And
My understanding is you have additional reserves that are not being used with the city.
no. In fact, the goal is to
You
have,
additional reserves from street revenues, new construction homes.
no.
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 Matter of fact, if we were to have a major catastrophe of some sort of a tornado or a wind event, we wouldn't have, we are anemic in our reserve.
So
Quite
in
honestly.
the,
Someone's
in the
being
general
paid too
fund,
much money. Because the money is there, it's not being spent appropriately then. It doesn't balance out.
Well,
I'm sitting here thinking, I don't want to offend anyone, but I feel offended with the budgets. I'm more conservative than what Centralia seems to be.
well, in,
I'm speaking not only on my behalf, but I represent a lot of people in town. And I represent new people coming to town.
and I understand it, and I would agree with that. I know that's the case. What I would say is this: we have been handed unprecedented change in labor since COVID hit. We have had about a 70% increase in overall labor costs. By the time you talk about what we're putting into retirement and everything, just to maintain an equitable pay scale, unfortunately, and it's been crazy.
But
And
it's not just Centralia, it's other places too.
I agree, but
Smaller towns than Centralia, I don't see their utility bills fluctuating like we do.
well, because they don't own their own their infrastructure anymore. They sold it, so they can raise those prices at any time. They don't own the pipes in the ground.
So your budgets for the next 2 years have already been predetermined that we're buying outside sources.
For electricity.
For electricity,
That
we
said,
have to.
as a city, we are investigating the possibilities for self-generation so that we can stop buying external power.
And be at the mercy
And-
of third party.
Right, because that's where we're at right now. We're stuck paying whatever the market will bear, which is, and that's why we're looking into options for self-generation, for generating our own power as a city, on the theory that it will be a good deal cheaper to do so come 2030 when we're looking at, that's when our contract runs out for power. And at that point, as of 6 months ago, we were informed that at that time, looking forward, our rates would double in 2030. Given how the market has gone in the 6 months since, I think it would be more than double. I can't.
If we're still on this planet.
Let us hope.
But we have to look
So
into
we're-
the future to be at a point that we're whole.
Right.
We can't live for this year. We have to look at the next 10 years and figure out how do we manage that.
This year's budget though was decided 2 years ago, right?
No,
No.
no. The budget's decided every year annually.
Yeah.
That's why we're having
And
a late
must
meeting.
to ratify that.
And I'll tell you, if at some point things get to a point that taxation, unfortunately, we are we have no way to generate more money in general because we are tied to the taxpayers, the taxes paid by taxpayers as a municipality.
I have a suggestion for that as well. Jefferson, park your police patrol on Jefferson Street. Today I sat there and videotaped 35 vehicles, commercial 18-wheelers, farm trucks coming into town, people coming into town, 45, 50 miles an hour in front of the high school. I've videotaped it and sat there and counted it.
As a note, the state has put strict limitations on speed traps, as in the percentage of a city's revenue that can be gained through traffic citations.
Well, I go by City Hall and there's police cars parked out here in front all the time.
I understand that, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the state of Missouri has put very strict limitations on what percentage of a city's revenue can be generated by traffic citations. If you're above that amount, the city is considered to be in violation of state law.
I think at this point, duly noted, your concern, no question about it. And we're more than open to talk with you in the office and provide what we're spending our money on. We're audited every year, and so we absolutely be glad to be transparent.
May I say one other thing?
Yes.
As you are conducting your business, some of you speak so fast, it's hard to understand what you are saying.
Okay.
It's automatic for you, but it's like a student learning. Students don't learn at a quick pace. They have to be repeated slowly and concisely. I'm having trouble understanding you, and Chris, you also.
Understood.
Appreciate that feedback.
Thank you.
Yep.
And
thank you.
Barbara, if I could just say one more thing. I don't know if it'll make you feel any better or not, but I do sit down with every department foreman and supervisor, and we go through the budget and we work through it all year long. We have budget meetings, and then at the end of the year we go through what worked, what didn't, what do we need for the next year. We prune it down. We try to be as conservative as possible because we know the challenges that we're facing. What we're trying to do is maintain the city's infrastructure so that our residents get the biggest bang for their tax dollar buck, and they don't look at their town and their investment in our town and be like, well, what am I paying anything for? It's all falling apart. So we're just trying to balance. And anytime
Those are
you want,
questions being asked now around town.
okay,
The exact
we aren't
questions.
receiving any phone calls up here at City Hall. I really
Coffee
would
shops, coffee shops and restaurants.
Which is
8
great.
a.m. round table talk.
if I go out there.
Bluebird talk.
If I go out there and I sit in a restaurant, I get a heat for not being up here working. So it's a bit of a balancing act, and I will take that into consideration. Maybe we can get some aldermen to go out with me sometime when we sit down and talk. But we try to have town hall meetings, and I had 2 budget work session meetings that were open to the public, and we'd love to have our residents come up and talk to us. So if you would like to come up and talk to me about the budget, I'd be more than happy to sit down and talk with you.
I invited people, and I'm shocked that they're not here.
We would love to have this packed every.
I think
We've
it would
invited
not to
people
come, to
many
be honest
times.
with you.
Why?
Because, why?
Yeah. I would love to know.
Former business owner, and I'm complaining to the city. I'm not complaining, I'm trying to express common concern that my neighbors are experiencing.
I mean, how many sewer lines we do this year?
We did $650,000, and we got a $400,000 grant from the county. It was ARPA money, so the city only had to pay $250,000 to do $650,000 worth of sewer main lining this year. We really do try. Yeah, we really do try. We go out for grants when we can. The police department has gone out for grants. We're really trying to save our dollars and get as much benefit to our residents as we really can. None of us sitting up here want to raise rates. My daughter can't get a place here in town to rent and is still living with me because she can't afford to rent here. And I totally,
Put the
I feel
utilities
for it.
on top.
100%.
If you can find a house for $800 a month, you're lucky. And you put another
Can't find
$400
it.
a month on it for utilities.
You can't find a house. You can't find a house for 800 in Centralia.
The only thing I've seen.
Well, and a starter home, right, for what would be
It's-
an introductory house, right, in today's markets, $200,000, nothing probably, I mean,
I
you know.
got a 2-bedroom. I rent for $850.
850. I mean,
It's cheap. It's
Yeah,
cheap.
that's low,
It's cheap.
that is low.
Because I'm
That's
only
exactly
seeing
right.
12 and 15.
So, understand, we absolutely appreciate your thoughts and understand you came as a citizen on behalf of other folks that are in a limited aspect of income, fixed income, those kind of things. And if anything keeps me up at night and worried is the budget, and you all have heard me say that many times, it make me say, man, I don't know if I want to be the mayor for another 3 years because of that thing. Not because I don't love the town and the people and talking to them and listening to them and doing whatever. It's just it's such a concerning thing for all of us. I believe we really have a lot of consternation. How do we make this budget work? How do we keep Centralia like it is today? And then we worry about if the food
Centralia
tax comes
isn't
along.
like it used to be.
Well, I think
No
that's
place is
fair,
like
but
it used to be.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
No place is
So-
like it
But
used to
we're getting an influx of
be. The only constant is change.
lower SES than what Centralia has been accustomed to having in our neighborhoods.
Lower SES.
we'll move on now at this point. We're going to move back to, I would entertain a motion at this point.
Okay, so we're on bill number 2618. Move that bill number 2618 be adopted by roll call
Second.
vote.
First and second that bill number 2618 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please. Marilyn?
Alderman Orsini.
Aye.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Deckard.
4.
Alderman Magley.
Yeah.
Bill number 2618 passes. And it would be ordinance number 3241.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you. That moves us to F. Bill number 2619, repeal and replace 13-13, a solid waste rates ordinance.
Move that bill number 2619 be given its first reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2619 be given its first reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Reading, please.
An ordinance repealing subsection A of section 13-13 of the Centralia City Code and replacing it with a new subsection 13-13A, which is service charges for the collection and disposal of solid waste. I move that bill number 2619 be given its second reading by title only.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2619 be given its second reading by title only. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Second reading, please.
An ordinance repealing section A of, ordinance repealing subsection A of section 13-13 of the Centralia City Code and replacing it with a new subsection 13-13A to set service charges for the collection and disposal of solid waste. I move that bill number 2619 be adopted by roll call vote.
Second.
I have first and second that bill number 2619 be adopted by roll call vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Orsini.
Aye.
Alderman Hudson.
4.
Alderman Wilkins.
4.
Alderman Deckard.
4.
Alderman Magley.
Yeah.
Bill number 2619 passes. It will be ordinance number 3242. That moves us to item 9.
motion to adjourn. Second.
I I have first and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your